could feel safe. But your fists are right. I wish we could feel safe. Let's break the press at 68. Go! Not everyone is free. That don't mean safe to me. Not everyone is free. That don't feel safe to me. Not everyone is free. That don't mean safe to me. Not everyone is free. That don't feel safe to me.
Are we ready? Are you guys ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Let's go! The following is a singles match, scheduled for one fall.
You are looking live at the First Unitarian Church in beautiful Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, as Labor of Love proudly presents Love, Hate, streaming right here on Triller TV Plus. My name is Jordan Castle, joined as always by the terrific Toddy Tondera.
Weighing in at 152 pounds, from Detroit, Michigan, Leon Ruff!
You look beautiful, you sound beautiful, Jordan. As usual, Toddy Tondera here with you. And this first match is all about respect and tradition to professional wrestling. More so the love side of the love-hate that we offer today.
Leon, all sorts of fired up. How could you not be? Jam-packed crowd here tonight, and, well, as is always the case here in Labor of Love, they're in store for something special. The inaugural and longest reigning Labor of Love Citywide Champion set to kick us off. Box Brown getting a little funky with it there, Toddy.
He has hair like me and dresses like you, so he's kind of a Venn diagram. I love him.
The best. Our triangle broadcast team.
Author and artist as well.
And it's just when you thought it couldn't get any better. Cheeseburger hasn't even entered through the curtain. There you go. What a jacket time.
Noticed this, Jordan, but the dichotomy of Leon Ruff wearing very sleek, traditional black trunks, standing in the same room as the G'd out drip god and every color that's ever been invented
Real
since.
Joseph in the amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat situation here from Cheeseburger, and I wonder if that dichotomy speaks to something more than aesthetic, right? Cheeseburger, a staple of this organization, our inaugural champion, beloved here tonight by the lovers in attendance. It's a bit of an away game for Leon.
Leon, named after his grandfather, has the same muscles as his grandfather too, from what I understand. But he made his way through Evolve and NXT.
Very familiar with Leon's grandfather, Toddy.
Yeah, I guess so. I hang out with him sometimes at McDonald's. We have a coffee.
collar and elbow tie up here in the early going. You talk about the aesthetic differences between these two. There's one decided similarity. These are two relatively undersized competitors, you have to think, for much of their careers, for much of their life. When they spoke about dreams of becoming professional wrestlers, they were told, it doesn't happen for a guy like you. You're too small. It's a pipe dream. And clearly, the success these two have achieved, Cheeseburger, the inaugural Labor of Love Citywide champion, has made it to Japan, made it to Madison Square Garden. Leon Ruff, a former NXT North American champion, could not be farther from the truth, Toddy.
And needless to say, these individuals may have been second-guessed in different parts of their life, but here, amongst lovers at Labor of Love, very well respected. The last time we saw Cheeseburger, he tagged with Gabby Ortiz, and they made the Gabby Patties a big win over David Moses and Sturdy Sal, the state champ. So to continue that hot streak is what this is about for Cheeseburger.
We got a goozle, a double goozle here. Talk about these two having similar stories. Talk about these two being evenly matched in terms of their background. They're thinking with one brain here, Toddy.
Whoa, I guess that lover in our audience appreciates a double goozle.
And what's not to love when it comes to a double goozle? Truly. Infectious positivity here from Leon. Not looking uncomfortable in this proverbial away game.
Very focused as well.
It continues to keep the headlock cinched in. What does that tell you, Toddy?
Well, what that tells me that not only is he locked, the third time's the charm there, he's locked and loaded. And his sniper scopes now are on the backbone of Labor of Love, and I think it may favor Leon a little bit if he slows the pace down. I mean, Cheeseburger is not an easy competitor to plan against.
Especially here in Labor of Love, we've seen successful defenses of that Labor of Love championship. Over the year, plus he held it against the likes of Dan Champion, Ryan Mooney, Hallow Wicked, Vito Von Star, and current Citywide champion Matt Mako. Back up to a vertical base. Willed onwards by the lovers. Cheeseburger bobbing and weaving, sticking and moving here to escape the clutches of Leon Ruff, an expert ring tactician is Cheeseburger. It's almost like slapstick comedy, like something out of vaudeville, but nothing funny about the pain that Leon's feeling here.
And how about this, Jordan? A little genuine riding the pony.
My saddle, Toddy. Cheeseburger with time to pose for the camera, time to pose for the lovers. In his bag, uber confident is the former Citywide champion. This match has really been all Cheeseburger here in the early going, and as soon as I say it, commentators curse. Big forearm lands from Leon.
You want to talk about somebody that's in their bag? I think a match like this actually favors a little bit of Leon's style. I mean, we talk about maybe he's been second guessed over his career, this being a big away game for him today at Labor of Love. I mean, I think he's used to fighting from underneath, but much like Cheeseburger here.
Cover. You're saying Leon the kind of competitor who fights best when his back is against the wall?
Yes.
Well, remains to be seen if that is the case. Cheeseburger bringing Leon back up to a vertical base.
And since closing the casket shut on Mil Muertes at Mischief Mayhem Night 4, Cheeseburger has quite the second life at Labor of Love when Wink isn't muddying the waters.
That's right, trios win alongside Club Soda over Wink's goons in the Citywide Street Gang just a month ago. And after the bell, it seemed as if Wink was, well, none too pleased with the Street Gang.
Well, we have heard what this audience has been calling Wink in the shadows.
What's that?
They're calling him Wink the Stink.
Wink the Stink, are you kidding me?
Don't say it too loud.
Wow, he is the representative of the athletic commission, but neither here nor there. A little good game from Cheeseburger. The man's named after food, and he's tying Leon up like a pretzel here.
Thought you were going to say French fries, along with that club soda.
You don't tie French fries. I guess maybe if it's a curly fry, but nevertheless, Leon able to evade the submission. Well, another good game there from Cheeseburger. All smiles. Shoots Leon off the ropes. Straight to the midsection. Cravat. And a big splash. His entire body weight drilled into the opposition here.
Now, dare I say, Jordan, we talked about the similarities between these two. Something that may be different for Cheeseburger, I think he would be the favored individual in this matchup, and a lot of the times the contest he comes into, I don't think that's always the case.
That's an excellent point. The lovers can make all the difference, but for Cheeseburger, he fights every match exactly the same, whether it's against someone like Leon, whether against someone like Mil Muertes, whether it's a greenhorn or a veteran of nearly 40 years like Mr. Ooh-La-La set to do action with Dr. Ethan Wilde later on tonight. Cheeseburger fights every match like it could be his last. That's that fighting spirit that's made this man so special over the course of his decade-long career. Leon fighting to escape the clutches of Cheeseburger. A shot to the gut.
Says he's got him.
Cheeseburger says, yeah, well, Leon maybe has other ideas. Enziguri staggers the former Citywide champion.
Creating some space.
And this is a real watershed moment for Leon. Can he take advantage of the momentary flurry of offense? Can he keep the fight going towards Cheeseburger here? Survey says yes. Springboard it. Now hold on. Taking a page out of Cheeseburger's book from just a few moments ago, Toddy. Into a cutter, into the cover. Got a kick out.
I say a big thank you to all of our camera folks and personnel on production. This is certainly harder than the average wrestling match to follow around, bouncing off the ropes like that. Houdini.
That's right, forgive the cliche. It is blink and you miss it action. All the credit in the world to our production team. Show does not happen without him. But, you know, Toddy, Cheeseburger, a trainer at the Worldwide Dojo, maybe unintentionally trained Leon a thing or two there. Shot out of the corner. Picking up the pace here is Leon, but Cheeseburger drops him in the center, and now maybe calling for the end. Chirping chop to the chest. We call that chopped cheese tonight, Toddy?
Chopped cheese, got it.
Super kick from Cheeseburger. Spin kick again, drops Leon, hung up to dry in the middle rope. And Cheeseburger may be thinking, brain buster!
Maybe call that sharp cheddar.
But not sharp enough, how about that?
Only a 2 count, this one's gonna continue.
And credit to Leon, dropped square on his neck and still found the wherewithal to get the shoulder up here.
The appreciation from the lovers here for both Cheeseburger and Leon Ruff tonight.
Cheeseburger going for the kill, but Leon saw it coming. Clearly done his homework here, Toddy.
Tracing
Big
steps.
And Cheeseburger returns in kind with another super kick. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Nobody home.
The world.
Drops Cheeseburger with a huge lariat, and now Leon, instead of going for the cover, curiously, maybe thinking cutter one more time, but Cheeseburger takes advantage with a roll-up. Nearly stole it there. Small package from Ruff. It's a nail-biter Tondera.
Flashy, flashy.
But will it be enough? Sunset flip. Trading covers back and forth here. Milliseconds away from victory. Now it's Leon with a jackknife. Cheeseburger got the shoulders down, and he got him!
The winner of the match, the world famous Cheeseburger!
You know, we've talked before, Toddy, about the second life, quote-unquote, that Cheeseburger has found since losing that labor of love Citywide Championship. Started with the win over Mil Muertes this past spooky season. It continues into 2026 with a huge victory over a very game Leon Ruff.
Yeah, it could have been anyone's matchup. As they say, it only takes 3 seconds for a contest to end. Anyone could have came out victorious, but tonight it's the world famous Cheeseburger.
The following match is going to be brought to you by one of our sponsors, Heavy Hitters Thai Boxing. Experience mastery in motion at Heavy Hitters Thai Boxing. The following is a singles match with a 15-minute time limit scheduled for one fall.
Referee Adam Galt drawn the assignment for this one, Toddy, and here's what I've had circled on my calendar ever since it was announced.
Feel the bad energy and the bad attitude enter the ring.
Yeah, no shortage of confidence from Harley Hudson. No, it's hard to blame her.
From England, British babe, Harley Hudson!
You know, coming into Labor of Love as a relatively unfamiliar commodity, you often see two schools of thought, right? With Leon Ruff embracing the people, trying to match Cheeseburger as much as he could. Suffice it to say, I'm not going to say the same about Harley Hudson.
Of course, Harley Hudson participated in the TNA Knockouts World Title #1 Contenders Battle Royal, but she's going to have her hands full this evening.
Of course, comes to us from the great state of Texas, a forever fan of the perpetually overrated Whataburger. That's a conversation for another day. Allie Katch, the last several years, has really flown high the flag of independent wrestling here in the Northeast. You will not find, for my money, an independent wrestler more synonymous with Pennsylvania and the tri-state area than Allie Katch. And you heard Harley say it, I'm definitely not from here. Allie, maybe not originally, but has made a second home here in the Northeast in a big way, Toddy.
Yeah, Harley Hudson, of course, Liverpool, England, from the UK. And you think there'd be some respect shown from Harley Hudson to Allie Katch because of what you mentioned, but I don't know that the lovers appreciate that either here.
Allie Katch with an extensive background as well, competing in Harley's native United Kingdom. And a lack of respect here in the early going. Allie Katch, not the kind of competitor you want to piss off, Toddy. Extensive background in hardcore and deathmatch wrestling. She is one tough cookie.
And Jordan, you had mentioned before, it depends on your dance partner, what style that you want to bring into your professional wrestling match. All those different styles, all those different categories that Allie Katch has scratched her claws into over the years. And
scratched her claws? I see what you did there, Toddy. Excuse me.
Sure.
And speaking of scratching, Allie getting handsy with her opponent, the official, and the aforementioned camera crew.
Yeah, I think Allie Katch attempting to normalize giving everybody a bedhead.
Real feeling out process here. What's the strategy for both Harley and Allie here in the early going, Toddy?
Well, I think the strategy for Allie is just stay the course. She's been so dominant here, especially in the Northeast region. Don't let this little backside shaking Harley Hudson get into your head if you're Allie Katch. But if you're Harley, I think you've got to even lay into that a little bit more. I mean, strength is going to be on Allie Katch's side, so maybe a little bit of those mind games might help her in the long run, but not so far.
Sent on back-to-back, courtesy of Allie Katch. Feeling herself here. And, you know, it's hard to argue with the confidence of Harley Hudson. As the old adage goes, it's not cockiness if you back it up. And, well, throughout her relatively short time as a professional wrestler, throughout her relatively short time here in the North American mainstream, Hudson has more than backed it up, Toddy.
She's backed it up, but she's certainly not making any friends.
Gave us a one-way ticket to the gun show, and Allie Katch locking in the full Nelson, saying, I am not your friend here tonight. Manages to reach the ropes, force the break.
Taking full advantage of the 5 count.
I mean, Allie did exactly what she said. Harley was calling for the break. Allie gave it to her. If you're Harley, how do you match wits with the experience edge of Allie Katch?
Well, I think that answer is you don't attempt to match wits. I think if you're Harley Hudson, you try to do what took you to the dance. You try to keep yourself away from Allie Katch, and yeah, I don't know that this is the best of her benefit here for Harley Hudson. Talking to the lovers like this.
Maybe she heard you. Harley Hudson game of cat and mouse now at play with Allie Katch.
I don't think Harley would like you hearing that you called her a mouse, but be that as it may, that's exactly what's happening here.
Allie's gonna kill me for all these cat puns. We're so many years removed. And the chase continues around ringside. Harley back inside the ring.
Do we got the helicopter up in the sky to follow this chase?
Na boo boo, says Harley Hudson. Eventually, Allie Katch is going to catch you, but maybe this is the strategy of Harley all along. As Allie Katch was exiting the ring, managed to catch her, a blow to the chest. And now, as she drops the leg, Harley Hudson in firm control of this one, Toddy.
Yeah, if you're going to underestimate Harley Hudson, you're in for a rude awakening.
Do so at your own risk. You have to wonder if there was a part of Harley Hudson that was maybe putting on a show, right? Acting intimidated towards Allie Katch, acting overwhelmed by this offense to maybe lull her into a false sense of security. Handful of hair. And this is where Harley Hudson thrives. Plain and simple, Toddy. She's a bully.
Yeah, shots to the solar plexus. What's that, grinding? Grinding that big boot into her eyes.
Mean.
Mean behavior. Mean behavior.
Mean, nasty offense from the debuting Harley Hudson, giving referee Adam Galt a mouthful, That'll leave the opening for Allie Katch, but Harley Hudson not going to give it to her. Push-ups on the back.
Cover. Same Planet Fitness.
Curiously, Toddy, often when we see wrestlers, I'm not sure if Harley Hudson necessarily qualifies as a lung move set, but we should certainly set some way. Doesn't seem to be whatever that, at least thus far from what I'm seeing of Allie Katch. Stopping a mud hole in Allie Katch here in the corner.
Oh.
Hip attack. And that a signature of Allie Katch. You know as well as I, Toddy.
Oh. Gallivanting here is Harley Hudson.
Is that what you call it? Uh-oh! And Allie perhaps going to show her how it's done, Tondera. Nobody home off the hip attack. Down goes Katch. Hudson
to hook her.
But did not clench the victory here.
I think that was Harley Hudson's chance for an opening. Had Allie Katch on what they call the rope-a-dopes there, but only a 2 count.
You see Allie clutching that neck, trying to get some feeling back into her hand here. And we have to acknowledge, Toddy, Allie just a few months removed from returning to the ring after nearly a year on the shelf, breaking her leg in early 2025. So you always have to ask the question with Allie, is there any sign of ring rust? Is she truly as 100% as she'd like us to believe?
And I think there's a big mental part to that as well, too. When you're very confident in yourself and something like what happened to Allie Katch happens, I mean, you're not so straight-footed about how you're footed. As somebody with a knee injury, I don't walk the same anymore. I certainly don't run the same anymore.
Allie Katch seems to be, at least for the moment, very much moving the same here against Harley Hudson. And as you know, Toddy, a moment's all you need. There's the hip attack. And we know she's not done.
Oh, big cannonball.
Into the cover. You know, curiously, Toddy, often when we see wrestlers return from injury, we see them shift their move set, their arsenal in some way. Doesn't seem to be the case, at least thus far, from what I'm seeing of Allie Katch.
Hey, it's not like any other artist. As time goes on, you maybe switch your color palette a little bit. The rough and tumble Allie Katch has always been, but...
Roll up, roll up, roll up! Let's go.
I spoke too soon.
He's going for that pile driver there. Hudson on Dream Street now into a Northern Lights suplex, leg hooked.
What a bridge queen.
We know Allie Katch, big fan of Lady Gaga, certainly enjoys herself a bridge. And I think she's thinking pile driver once more, Toddy. Wants to drop Hudson on the perfectly groomed pink hair. Hudson wisely sandbagging herself, keeping her feet on the ground for the moment.
A jackknife.
No. Oh. Rolling elbow. Make Masato Tanaka proud. Cover. And a kick out, perhaps, and this is just a thought, Toddy, if Harley had spent a little more time cinching in the cover and a little less time gyrating, would have been the case.
Adam Galt can't say what we all feel. It's because of the gyrating, Harley.
Slap to the face. Catch with a backslide. Now thinking pile driver once again.
Blocked it twice.
Harley again manages to escape. Allie looking for a sunset flip, but Harley with control of the rope. She steals it.
She had the damn ropes.
You know as well as I, Toddy, Harley doesn't care. In the record books at the pay window, a win is a win is a win.
It's labor of love. It's all about learning what you can do to earn the respect. Oh, as I talk respect, we're gonna do more gyrations. It's about earning the respect of the lovers here in Philadelphia, and I don't think Harley Hudson accomplished that, though she got the win.
The following match is brought to you by another one of our wonderful sponsors, Hellbender Vinyl. Get your music on custom vinyl. The following is a 6-man tag team match with a 20-minute time limit, and it is scheduled for one fall.
It's always gang on top.
You know, in many ways, Toddy, with the Citywide Street Gang, feels like we've stepped into a bizarro world, at least in terms of the lovers.
Now making their way to the ring from multiple cities, straight from the Elmar, LaRosa, Martin Hughes, Morrigan, Citywide Street Gang!
And I'll tell you what, Citywide Street Gang, it's not so much that they changed who they are. It's more or less we changed for them. They represent Philadelphia to its core, and it's so fun running around yelling Citywide and people responding Street Gang like we're playing Marco Polo, but oh boy, well, fun's over, Jordan.
Show down. I got in touch with L&I, I got in touch with the zoning board, and I shut it down. But these labor of love cockroaches will not stay down. So here we are. First Unitarian show. You know what? Goal, you know what? I've got 3 guys in the back right now that want to cut the head off of this monster.
Yeah, you should cut your hair too.
So let me introduce Big Daddy Andy Brown in the rap.
What?
All right. Well, there's Thick Daddy Andy Brown. And the Reptilian here.
Now, Jordan, are these 3 part of Wink's cabinet?
Yeah, it's unclear. Link seemed a little less than pleased with the Citywide Street Gang's performance back at Once More with Feeling, losing to Cheeseburger and Club Soda at that event. And it seems it's time to pay the piper. And we're able to get the job done back in December, so here tonight, Citywide Street Gang tasked with these monsters in the form of Andy Brown and the Rep.
Is this an official contest, or are we going to get the bell to ring here? I guess if the Philadelphia State Athletic Commission says this is a mandated contest, we have a trios action here.
Yeah, and let's be very clear. As much as Wink likes to swing his you-know-what around and be the big man on campus, Billy Avery is still very much head honcho here at Labor of Love.
Well, yeah, Wink always throws around his stink and his unmentionables, but Andy Brown is an individual I've known for quite some time with a big senton there, and he's not somebody you want to mess with.
Same can be said of opponents tonight. That is Nate Wallace with the long hair, partner Dave McCall, the short. A fearsome trio here, not necessarily as regular and heated as the Citywide Street Gang, but certainly 3 men you would not want to cross in the dark alley, Toddy. And especially if they have whatever incentive Wink is throwing their way. You gotta think, bone to pick with the Citywide Street Gang. He's paying these 3 gentlemen handsomely.
I know between the Rep and, of course, the Citywide Street Gang, not supposed to mention too much of this because this is very outside of wrestling, but there's a bit of a East-Westmoreland Street turf beef between Citywide and the Rep. That's what I hear. You know, the streets do talk. I live on those. So.
Here comes Wallace. Oh, well, Tom LaRosa might not be living for much longer. And again, this is what we're talking about. The real villains here in Labor of Love, by all accounts, have done the dirty work. Cover, done the dirty work of Wilde, has ostensibly done the dirty work of Mil Muertes, and still cheered by the lovers. I really, truly don't know what to make of it, Toddy.
In Philadelphia, especially Labor of Love, we appreciate community. And what is community at Labor of Love without the Citywide Street Gang, Jordan?
Andy Brown and the Ruff care about community. All they care about is getting paid, getting on the good side of the athletic commission. Thick Daddy Andy Brown, someone who achieved great success in my current residence of Southern California. Fixture of PWG and the pre-pandemic Los Angeles independent scene. Since moving to the Northeast, has established himself as a force to be reckoned with in Philadelphia and beyond.
Andy Brown just built like a bulldog in there, is Andy Brown.
Tom LaRosa makes the tag to Martin Hughes. Talk about a bulldog! This guy's more like a St. Bernard, Toddy. Down goes Wallace. It maybe sounds obvious to say, but Martin Hughes with a huge power bomb. He is the powerhouse. He is the bronze of the Citywide Street Gang.
Some say he's the enforcer.
No! Cutter from Andy Brown. And a hoss fight here. Cover. A very disrespectful cover, shall we say.
Okay, you saw that as well. Okay,
yeah.
Nothing needs to be said further. Got it.
You have to wonder if Andy Brown and the Rep perhaps have further trios aspirations here in Labor of Love, or if this is simply a means to an end, a way to get money out of Link's pockets.
Andy Brown is the type of competitor that just slips right under your skin and knows exactly how to do it too.
Under your skin and over your skin with these huge shots. Martin Hughes in a bad way. He needs a tag quickly, Toddy. Down. Cover.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't know that I am. I didn't know that we've seen Martin Hughes under this much duress so far here at Labor of Love.
Yeah, often the insurance policy of the Citywide Street Gang in many ways, the break glass in case of emergency member. We're going to make a tag to Shea Morrigan here. Nate Wallace now going right back on top of him. It speaks to, again, how much money you have to presume Link has given these three in Andy Brown and the Rep to take out the Street Gang.
The Rep are very accomplished. Back in the day, they were Labor of Love. Not only were they Labor of Love, but they were the Wrestlers Lab Tag Team Champions as well. And I've had a few run-ins with them, and they're even bigger and nastier than they look.
Martin Hughes trying to escape the clutches of Wallace. Ducks under. We're going to make the tag. I'm not sure he entirely realized where he was right there. So rocked by the offense from Andy Brown and the Rep.
Oh, there we go.
Now manages to make the tag, and in comes Shea Morrigan.
Oh, big shotgun drop kick.
A veteran of nearly 2 decades. He's taken everything he learned in his native Ireland and brought it here, the glue that holds the Citywide Street Gang together.
That and PBR.
Tope Suicida there. Shea Morrigan all sorts of fired up, Toddy.
Oh!
Swanton bomb to the thick daddy, hooks the leg. Oh, it would have been, if not for the intervention of Wallace.
Shea Morrigan just coming out here with Spitfire.
Dropped by a T-bone suplex. The Spitfire may have dried up.
Big pump handle.
Oh, planted face first by Wallace. Lateral press. No, but he's not legal. Dan Yost, exactly right. Exactly within his rights as the official to tell Nate Wallace he is not the legal competitor. Headbutt to Tom LaRosa. He doesn't care if he's legal. He'll keep the fight going, Toddy.
Well, all the momentum was with Andy Brown in the rep for a moment there.
And we are quickly losing control of this one. I certainly do not envy referee Dan Yost.
There's bodies everywhere. It looks like the wreck of the Hesperus. Big collider boot.
Triple boots there from the Citywide Street Gang. McCall putting those educated feet to good use. You know, much like the rep and Andy Brown want to dig into Wig's pockets, you have to think the Citywide Street Gang wants to teach the Athletic Commission representative a lesson.
I think Citywide, they want to run some pockets.
Oh, meeting the minds here, courtesy of Andy Brown, into a German suplex. LaRosa now met with a big knee.
Oh, what's Brown have in mind here?
Perhaps looking to use LaRosa as a projectile against his own partner. Oh! Package pile driver, 2-for-1 special. Lateral press. Again, Brown not legal. You can argue till the cows come home. You're only wasting time if you're Andy Brown.
And I think that speaks to Citywide Street Gang, how they can coalesce here. I mean, they've been together for quite some time. You know, Andy Brown and the rep, they're not as cohesed as the Citywide Street Gang.
That's a great point. We say it time and time again ad nauseum for a reason. A tag match, a trios match, it doesn't matter if you're the best individual wrestler. It matters how well you function as a team. Now, as you said, Toddy, the experience edge belongs to the Citywide Street Gang.
There's no I in team.
Brown back up to his feet first. With control of Hughes and LaRosa, maybe looking for a noggin knocker here. Oh no, feeding him to the wolves.
Is he able to get I was going to say, Martin Hughes trying to fight out of this. It's a big man to pick up. Holy crow.
And indeed, the size of Martin Hughes paying dividends for the Street Gang. We do get a noggin knocker after all, but it's between them.
I think it was that little bit of moment of hesitation.
No, Spear, no hesitation there. You give the Citywide Street Gang an inch, they will take a mile, Toddy. You know that as well as I. And now, Tom LaRosa maybe taking it a little old school here. Mind the ceiling fan, Tom.
I get by with a little help from my friends.
Timber! Wiping out the rep. And in the ring, Shea Morrigan legal for the win.
The winners of the match, the Citywide Street Gang!
Wink stacked him up, and here tonight, the Citywide Street Gang knocked him down, Toddy.
All right, cut the music. I've had enough of this Citywide Street Gang. Through my authority as the Pennsylvania State Athletic Commissioner, I am banning Citywide Street Gang from wrestling in the city of Philadelphia.
What?
Excuse me?
You're banned. You're cut off.
Why?
So I'm going to very politely ask you to leave the premises. Very politely. I've been nothing but kind. Hold them back, Bowen. Hold them back.
For what reason?
No, you don't have to If you don't leave, I will shut down Labor of Love. Security, why don't we escort these gentlemen? Come on.
security.
They're done. They're done.
You ask what reason, Toddy, I answer this. The fragile ego of Wink. Billy Avery, matchmaker here.
All right, we're closing it. That's it. We're done. We're shutting the whole thing down.
No.
Wait, what?
We got the Death Riders in the back. We got a championship main event.
We're done. The show's over. It's a permanent intermission.
And I think Billy Avery's on the Street Gang. They have no choice. He doesn't want to do it, but I mean...
You're doing it for him, not for me? You're doing it for him, not for me? Is that what you're doing? You're doing it for him, not for me. All right. Yeah, permanently banned.
Well, sometimes you've got to pick your battles.
Please escort them. Get their stuff out of the locker room.
That damn Wink the Stink.
Have we seen the last of the Citywide Street Gang here in Labor of Love?
This is terrible.
I am happy now. This is what I want. Box, I think we can proceed with the show.
Give me a break.
The following is a singles match with a 15-minute time limit, scheduled for one fall.
The doctor's in. Unfortunately.
15-minute time limit. Out of your mind.
Weighing 220 pounds from the C-suite. Here's the large language model, Dr. Ethan Wilde.
Dr. Ethan Wilde, pro wrestler, doctor, and inventor?
Time traveler? Seems at least by the labeling, he's a time machine of
All
some
the
sort.
time in the world.
And yes, just in case Wink the Stink is still observing us, we here at Labor of Love do have our time travel receptacle permit updated.
Dr. Ethan Wilde
And his opponent.
putting the Doc Brown and Doctor here tonight.
You listen to me and you shut your mouth. Ooh, la, la, ha, ha.
They don't make them like they used to, Toddy Tondera.
Weighing in at 8675309 stone. From Hitman Cross. This is Mr. Ooh La La.
You know, Toddy, there's something in professional wrestling called the airport test. The thought being, any great professional wrestler, you should be able to look at him at the airport and say, I don't know what that guy does, but I know he does something special. And suffice it to say, Mr. Ooh La La passes the airport test and then some.
You listen to me and you shut your mouth.
The airport test, hell, he passed the grocery store test.
Clearly. Refreshments. The lovers. Veteran of 40 years as a professional wrestler. The experience advantage certainly belongs to Mr. Ooh La La, and that is how he knows to carbo load before, or I guess in this case, after the opening bell.
You know what, Jordan? Mr. Ooh La La stands for the right to have breakfast at any hour.
I do love breakfast food. Lovers are fans of Weird Al Yankovic, it seems. Time stands still.
Everybody needs a little dough to get by.
Yeah, Dr. Ethan Wilde does strike me as the kind of cat who would be real obnoxious. You offer him a pastry and he says, "Are you kidding me? It's terrible for your heart. It's going to spike your blood sugar. It's going to do this. It's going to do that." A real party people is Dr. Ethan Wilde. The beret has come off. And Toddy, I think Dr. Ethan Wilde may have made a grave error.
I think the lovers here, they're a fan of breakfast as well, aren't they?
Again, what's not to love? You know, croissant is not something that's very easy to make. You got a full layer of butter after layer of butter, and I don't care if it was purchased from the grocery store. I'm never one for food waste, Tony.
That's why they call him the French lover.
Oh, he got his nose!
Maybe put that on a baking pan.
Dr. Ethan Wilde, not one for the fun and games of ooh la la. All right.
Oh, food fight.
Very wasteful here.
I think some of the folks are happy that they caught it. At least they have something to munch on.
Listen, in this economy, of course, saw Dr. Ethan Wilde back at Mischief Night Mayhem 4, caught in, well, an invisible box. There's no other way to say it. In the ghouls, goblins, and gimmicks battle royal. Certainly hoping to fare better here tonight.
Some would say that they thought he would be in that still, but let's break this apart a little bit. Dr. Ethan Wilde, I mean, can he, what exactly is his practice? I don't know that anybody goes to Dr. Ethan Wilde for any type of checkup. I mean, can he prescribe medications? Exactly what he does in his profession is neither here nor there to me.
Yeah, I believe Dr. Ethan Wilde's practice is close to a pond, because there's a whole lot of quacks. That's all I'll say about that. Control of Mr. Ooh-La-La here in the corner. Double-handed chop to the chest, and now he's stealing the man's food. He's just stealing the man's food. It's not offense, it's not defense. Continuous food waste, rubbing the croissant in the face of Mr. Ooh-La-La.
Tirelessly worked over an oven to bring those to the lovers today.
Cover. I mean, someone did. It wasn't Mr. Ooh-La-La. Those were clearly store-bought, but someone worked really hard to make those, Toddy.
Yes, pardon my French. I apologize.
Control the neck here from Dr. Ethan Wilde. The wily veteran Mr. Ooh-La-La with control of the arm. Kick to the gut. Headlock reapplied. Dr. Ethan Wilde seems intent as he drops Mr. Ooh-La-La with a body slam. He seems intent on making sure as little fun as possible is had. Cover and kick out from Ooh-La-La.
I mean, some use doctor, some use Mr., but the only respect that the lovers have here is for Mr. Ooh-La-La. The credentials of Dr. Ethan Wilde are null and void at Labor of Love.
Usually doctor ahead of Mr. in the pecking order. Not so here tonight. Ethan Wilde heads to the outside. And I believe He has an idea. I believe Dr. Ethan Wilde has a terrible, awful idea. Eyeing that, what can only call it, a time machine. Crunching some numbers here.
Well, those damn passwords are so hard to remember.
Yeah, do you think it's three-step verification there? Encrypted and all that jazz?
Yeah, that probably has to get his. Yeah, he probably has to get his cell phone out here to get that password retrieved via email.
I hate the one-time code. I hate the one-time code.
6 digits.
Sending Mr. Ulala face first in the time machine. I don't believe that's why it was constructed, but well, it's working well. Now Ulala, it's trapped in the time machine, Toddy.
Mr. Ulala trapped in the time machine.
I'm not sure if this was Dr. Ethan Wilde's initial intent, but...
What's that noise? Oh, there's a rumble!
Toddy, you feel that?
My chair's shaking!
Dr. Ethan Wilde, you spent so much time trying to figure out if you could. You never asked yourself if you should. Oh my God!
Well, I guess that answers the question, Jordan. Mr. Ulala of the past is just as handsome and go-getting as the present-day version.
Mr. Ulala has gone back in time! I can't believe it, Toddy. This is a revelation. Time travel is real. Come on.
God, we have the updated permits.
And you have to think, this is not what Dr. Ethan Wilde wanted, but this has to give Mr. Ulala a decided advantage. 40 plus years of youth. I believe my math serves me correctly, and I am no mister. I am no doctor. I believe Mr. Ulala now has the youth advantage against Dr. Ethan Wilde.
You may not be a doctor or a mister, but you certainly are an inventor, Jordan.
Bionic elbow from the newly spry Mr. Ulala, who now sets Dr. Ethan Wilde up. And I gotta say, credit to Wilde for keeping the fight going here. Setting the young Mr. Ulala on the top rope. I for one, would be flabbergasted. I would just let myself get beat. Clearly, I messed with something far beyond my control.
Well, to be fair, if you lock somebody in a time travel machine, exactly what did you expect?
You're right. What was the grand plan of Dr. Ethan Wilde? I would love to know.
Yeah.
Stunner! Ooh la la 316 said I traveled back in time.
You listen to me and you shut your mouth.
Blowing on the mat, Mr. Ulala!
So now, Toddy, we have a moral quandary. That being, does he go back? Can he go back? Should he go back?
These are all questions I will admit I never thought I would have to find the answer for.
The following is a tag team match with a 30-minute time limit, and it is scheduled for one fall.
And now, for something entirely different. After losing the Labor of Love Citywide Championship to Mako this past December, Weber Hatfield with no choice but to return home. Shay McCoy, more than tag team partner. Shay McCoy's family, Toddy.
The Outfielders have been longtime family members of the Lovers here in Philadelphia. Shay McCoy, the grittiest in the game. Weber Hatfield, the Lucha Baseball, held that Citywide Championship for 225 days. Tonight, two of Philadelphia's most beloved souls pitted against two of the city's darkest hearts.
That's right, successful defenses of that championship against the likes of Frightmare, Cruel, and tag partner of the night in Shay McCoy.
Cruel, ooh, heebie-jeebies.
Talk about heebie-jeebies, Toddy Tondera. Take a look at this. The Death Riders have arrived in Labor of Love.
We are Yuta, Marina, Shafir, the Death Riders!
Wheeler Yuta's connections to Philadelphia and ties with Cheeseburger are well documented. A disease has spread, though, through Yuta since the last time he came through Labor of Love. We are far removed from the time that he teamed up with our friend Big Callux.
That's right, I spent many of my teenage years watching Wheeler Yuta in Worcester, Massachusetts, cut his teeth and become the professional wrestler they knew. I always dreamed of an opportunity like this. Call a Wheeler Yuta match, and suffice it to say, Toddy, I never thought it would end up quite like this. This version of Wheeler Yuta, excellent wrestler, 3-time former Ring of Honor Pure Champion, though he may be a truly grimy and detestable human being. And this is, per my understanding, the first time we've seen these two in action since Grand Slam Australia, where they fell to the team of Orange Cassidy and Timeless Tony Storm. And in turn, per the stipulation, having taken the fall, Wheeler Yuta was shaved bald. Hence the cap.
I think the Lovers know that as well, too. Referee checking that tassel cap, and we're going cap on. Is that what we're doing?
Yuta, presumably ashamed of his bald head. I didn't want to get his head shaved. Hightailed it out of there. Ran into the stands. We saw it in Australia. It was only upon the assistance of Death Riders leader John Moxley that he begrudgingly agreed to let it happen.
I mean, there is no shame in having a bald head, Jordan.
You got a great head of hair, Toddy. I don't want to hear it, man.
But there is some shame in getting shaved bald in front of, I don't know, thousands of people. So so cap on tonight.
Shay McCoy starting things off here against Marina Shafir. We like to have our fun, Toddy. We like to have our yuck-yucks about the bald head of one Wheeler Yuta, but Marina Shafir is no laughing matter. 1/4, I should say, of the UFC 4 horsewomen, a legitimate combat sports badass.
She started her career in mixed martial arts at the Glendale Fight Club in Venice, California, alongside those individuals you mentioned.
Shay McCoy wants no part of Marina Shafir. Makes the tag to Weber Hatfield, former Labor of Love Citywide champion.
It's because I believe it's because Marina has went bootless here.
Got the dogs out.
Bare feet? Guess that explains the age-old question of who let them out.
Marina Shafir, someone who for the past 2 years has been under the wing of record four-time AEW World Champion Jon Moxley, and someone who's really been molded in Moxley's image, that violent, unhinged nature, that ever-present loyalty to the sport of professional wrestling at all costs, no matter who it hurts in its wake. However, Hatfield taking advantage of those exposed toes here, Toddy, stomping the digits of Marina Shafir.
I think Marina Shafir got those puppies out because she's attempting to intimidate the Outfielders here at Love Hate.
And Toddy, talk to me a little bit about what this opportunity means for the Outfielders. Not only head-to-head with two AEW superstars representing the Death Riders, but for Labor Hatfield especially, after having just lost the Labor of Love Citywide Championship.
Well, I think the Outfielders, as we know, they've been tagging together now for 6 or 7 years. Well accomplished all over the United States here, but against a team like the Death Riders, no, I don't know that this is a tag team that they've much faced against, or any opponents like them. And as you mentioned, especially for Weber, this would be a little feather in his cap if he's able to defeat Yuta and Marina Shafir here.
McCoy and Yuta now legal, going for the cap. I thought she was trying to reveal the bald head, instead using it to blind Wheeler Yuta cover.
That's the yang of that yin, I believe.
It raises a very interesting question. Is Wheeler Yuta too distracted by keeping his bald head covered that he's not entirely focused on this matchup?
Well, not only that, I don't know that he thought the cap would use against him, but look, a full steam of momentum here.
Shay McCoy in firm control of this one, but in comes Marina.
Oh.
No care for who's legal, no care for the bounds of rules in this tag team match covered. She just wants to hurt people, Toddy. That's all it's about, probably.
Call her the Supernova from Moldova. And she's just one big, unhinged muscle.
Yuta now mocking Shay McCoy, making good use of that height advantage, drills her with a DDT, lateral press, and a kick out from McCoy.
And I think, Jordan, the Death Riders' mission here at Labor of Love, they want to infect and dissect Philly's biggest sweethearts.
The Death Riders not just content on getting a win. We've seen that with the way that Jon Moxley put a plastic bag over the head of Bryan Danielson, nearly killing the American Dragon, literally and figuratively. A move, I might add, that was only made possible because of the betrayal by Wheeler Yuta. There is no low too low for this team, Toddy.
They're allowed here, but the Citywide Street Gang have to take a walk.
Wink, cover here. Shay McCoy grabbing at the bottom rope. Wink ever biased. It's the little things for the Death Riders. Wheeler Yuta putting his full body weight on the fingers of Shay McCoy. Could have kicked, could have pushed, wanted maximum pain here, and now a cover for Marina. Would have won the matchup there if not for distractions of Dan Yost.
She's a monster, Jordan.
Monster. Doesn't even begin to cover it. I think I'd take a ghoul or a goblin over Marina Shafir. Frequent tags, the name of the game. Death Riders hold a recent victory over Skyflight on AEW television. Looking to follow that up here, especially after the crushing loss that was Grand Slam Australia. And a handful of hair from Wheeler Yuta. It is no wonder, as Marina Shafir with a cheap shot to Weber Hatfield, ensuring that Shay McCoy stays in this one as long as possible. It's no wonder that Wheeler Yuta has, shall we say, endeared himself to the AEW faithful the way he has. Chance of F.U. Yuta. I mean, a commonplace occurrence on AEW television.
Far removed from the crazy, sexy Yuta that you've probably grown up to see. The fan base, not only in Philadelphia, but all over the place, loved Wheeler Yuta, and since under the tutelage of one Jon Moxley injecting his poison into the system of Wheeler Yuta till who we have today.
Really shown his toughness. You think back to that instant classic against Moxley on AEW Rampage, bleeding buckets to earn his way into the then Blackpool Combat Club, now Death Riders, but McCoy looking to capitalize, looking to steal it. Only a 2. Drop kick from Yuta. When we talk about the Death Riders, specifically Shafir and Yuta needing momentum after that crushing loss at Grand Slam Australia, Yuta being shaved bald, but they also can't afford to lose to the Outfielders. Take nothing away, cover from McCoy and Hatfield, but to compete on an independent wrestling show as contracted, televised wrestlers and not pick up the win, that's an embarrassment that, well, suffice it to say, Toddy, is not going to sit well with leader John Moxley. Small package here from McCoy, we might see it, but only a 2.
Well, that drop kick from Wheeler Yuta met its mark into the face of Shay McCoy, and it's knocked her silly.
He certainly would not get into a battle of kicks with Marina Shafir. Take nothing away from Shay McCoy. I spoke to it earlier in Cheeseburger. This is someone who's made a career out of people underestimating Shay. People saying, you don't look the part. You're not big enough. You're not tough enough. And Shay's proved them wrong at every turn, but Marina Shafir may be too much to muster, Toddy.
I think I did that.
I don't know if you caught that, Jordan, but Shay appears to be bleeding from her face. That same blood, Marina Shafir wiping it all over herself like a hunter stalks her game.
Yeah, and you know, like sharks, when the Death Riders smell blood, be it their own or their opponents, it's only going to fire them up further.
I need that shit. Let's go.
And to your point, Jordan, that's what Marina just shared with our lovers here.
Merciless saying, let's go. Hit me with your best shot, Shay. Show me what you got. And Shay firing away here, Toddy. An almost twisted sense of pride from Marina Shafir before dropping Shay with that shot.
And we don't know if Shay may have a broken nose, maybe some missing teeth.
Hold on here. I don't think Shay cares. Winding up. A big stop to the exposed feet. McCoy dropping Shafir.
This is why they call her the grittiest in the game.
Talking about the blood waking up the Death Riders, I think it's done something to Shay McCoy, but as soon as I say it, makes the tag to Weber Hatfield. In comes Wheeler Yuta, and a crossbody from the former Labor of Love Citywide champion, in like a house of fire.
It's nothing like the firecracker that is Weber Hatfield.
It ain't about the size of a dog in the fight, it's about the size of the fight in the dog. Cannonballs in stereo from the Outfielders. Airplane spin. Wheeler Yuta got to be careful that cap doesn't go flying off here, Tondera.
Oh!
Cover! No,
Just
not
a
enough.
2 count. That airplane spin, I saw Yuta grabbing onto that hat, and I think you're right, Jordan. He's getting too caught up in the clouds.
You know, the Outfielders successful here in Labor of Love. Tag team victories over Kingslave, The Rep, the best bros in the past. But you have to think a win over the Death Riders will be their biggest yet. Marina Shafir doing everything in her power to ensure that does not happen. Lockett Hatfield in a rear naked. McCoy there to break it up. And a small package now from Yuta. No. McCoy. Looking Kamagoye. Oh my God, he's bald! My eyes!
Wheeler Yuta looking like a pre-seeded Chia Pet.
Cover! No!
Is that it?
McCoy!
Two, Jordan. Two.
As near falls get, McCoy just nearly capitalizing on the exposed bald head of Wheeler Yuta to get the biggest win of the Outfielder's career here in Labor of Love. But Yuta answers with a super kick. Listen, Triller TV Plus is forever, Toddy. I encourage everyone and anyone watching this to screen cap and post that on social media, because that was a sight to behold.
I'll work right on that.
Waist lock. And Shay sandbagging herself, standing switch. German suplex. And in comes Weber. Here's Marina. Dropped with a missile drop kick.
Oh, Weber's fired up.
And if you thought Weber had lost a step, after failing to Matt Mako, losing that Citywide Championship, you're sorely mistaken. But Yuta with a cheap shot, drilling a Weber, face first on the corner post.
As you can see, Wheeler Yuta with that tassel cap back on. I mean, you can't unsee what we saw.
No, as much as you might want it. Now fighting on the stage next to Dr. Ethan Wilde's time machine here. Now right to the eyes. This is classic Death Riders, Toddy.
And we've seen what happened to Mr. Ooh La La. I think Wheeler Yuta maybe wants to get into that time machine to see what he looks like with hair again. Uh-oh!
Hold on. Look at a pile driver on the stage, but instead be careful what you wish for, Wheeler Yuta, because you just might get it. Back full of wood.
Stage dive cross body.
But here comes Shafir with the axe handle. Gotta have eyes in the back of your head in any sort of tag team match, especially against the Death Riders, Toddy.
The wingspan on Shafir is massive. This looks like an albatross.
Weber up to the top! Wiping out both Death Riders in one fell swoop! You have to think even the bastard Pac would be impressed with that one. Now Marina back in the ring. Weber ducks the shots. Again, the Achilles heel that is those exposed toes. Shining Wizard for the win! But it's not enough, no. Weber Hatfield, Toddy, milliseconds away from securing the biggest win of he and Shay's labor of love career. Arguably, the biggest win of his entire professional wrestling career.
Oh, from behind.
Yuta with a pile driver, and Shafir cinches in mother's milk. Shay tries to save her partner. But Wheeler Yuta with a Boo Psycho knee.
She's smothering Weber, Jordan. She's smothering him.
This is it.
That's it. Damn it.
Mother kisses goodnight. The same psycho knee of Bryan Danielson, the man he stabbed in the back, left the opening for Marina Shafir and the Mother's Milk. A dominant win here from the Death Riders, but take nothing away from the Outfielders, Toddy.
The Death Riders, they came, they saw, they conquered.
And I ask you one more time, Wheeler Yuta, why you ball? Come on, the match is over, guys. Come on.
Shay's face is full of blood, Jordan.
What is this? A show of respect from Wheeler Yuta, the Outfielders. Yeah, well, wise to not trust it, but again, the bald head exposed! Couldn't happen to a nicer guy, Toddy, plain and simple.
I was about to say the same thing. Oh, she wants the hat back?
I believe Marina again psyching out the Outfielders. No respect shown, but respect should have been earned after the performance from Shay and Weber. The definition of victory and defeat, Toddy. And Yuta's still bald. lest you forget.
At the end of the day,
Looks so much better than ever.
I was going to say he looks great.
I mean, he always does. It's an oxymoron.
Wait.
The following match is brought to you by our sponsor, Salvatore Wrestling Promotions. The following match is the main event of the evening. It is a triple threat match for the Citywide Championship. And it has a 30-minute time limit. And it's scheduled for one fall.
Main event time.
Matt Mako puts his Labor of Love Citywide Championship up for grabs against not one, but two mastodons. And if you're a regular Labor, oh boy, here we go, Toddy.
Ladies and gentlemen, that right there is a certified bozo.
Nozo.
But with that being said, I see today we have a bunch of TV stars here. Ruff, Cheeseburger, the Death Riders. I just want to let you all know you're welcome for being allowed in the Mecca's house tonight. Because I don't know if you know this yet, Labor of Love Wrestling was so worried about me becoming the next Citywide Heavyweight Champion that they moved this venue in front of God himself to save Matt Mako's ass.
It's not.
That's not how that works.
As I look out in a sea of people, in the sea of my people, in my city. I want to take a second to tell you something, and that's if there's something special brewing in Philadelphia. We got over 250 people jam-packed in a goddamn church. It don't matter if you're white, black, fat, small, big, large. We are all here together for pro freaking wrestling.
He's out of line, but he's right.
And that feeling right there that you have at the palm of your hand, I got running from the tail of my ass to the top of my head. Because tonight, a kid from Philadelphia is about to achieve his dream. No, I'm not just a professional wrestler. I'm an incredible freaking professional wrestler, and I'm about to make this city my city.
How red-faced he is.
I don't care. The bigger they are, the harder they fall. You want to throw Matt Mako at me? I'll take his BJJ Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu ass and put him down Broad Street. You've heard this for the last damn time. This company changes in my image tonight, and I am the M-E-C-C, and I am Rebecca Brian Johnson.
First, the Citywide Street Gang, and now the Mecca, at least a portion of the lovers on the side of Brian Johnson after that impassioned speech.
Labor of Love is a community. I've said it before, I'll say it again, but the Mecca isn't very happy about the two opponents he has to face.
That's right, originally expecting a singles match. This man looks so impressive back at Live God's Auto Body 2 in challenging Matt Mako that even in defeat earned his way into this matchup. Billy Avery said you came so close, I'm going to give you one more shot here at Love Hate.
Yeah, almost pinned the champion Matt Mako on a venue floor. So Billy Avery, matchmaker and promoter of Labor of Love, wants to give Big Callux one more opportunity. And I had the opportunity to speak with Big Callux before this, and he wants all the lovers to know that he adorns different battle paint on his wrestling armor per match. So those spikes you see every day, a different color, dedicated to his everyday battles here at Labor of Love.
You brought up an excellent point. Callux challenging Matt Mako at God's Auto Body in what we call a no-ring show, fighting amongst the people, on the floor, outside of the confines of the squared circle, and take nothing away from that side of professional wrestling, but it's not what Big Callux is used to. You have to wonder if he'll fare better in a traditional wrestling match. However, that being said, it is a three-way dance. The Mecca is involved, and, well, you're never in for an easy night when you're challenging this man for that championship.
I call him a lethal creation, a sterile specimen. The Citywide Championship means so much to Matt Mako.
Defeated Weber Hatfield to claim that championship, and once more with feeling this past December. Tonight, Matt Mako makes his second defense of that title against two men larger than him, though. You have to think, if you're Matt Mako, mixed martial arts practitioner, veteran of nearly a decade, you're heading into this one uber confident, especially after the way he put away Weber back at National Mechanics. Let's throw it to Box Brown's the official ring introductions.
The following match is for the Labor of Love Citywide Championship. Introducing first, in the corner to my left, the Mecca, Brian Johnson. And his opponent, the biggest man alive, Big And their opponent, he is the Labor of Love Citywide Champion, the King of the Cross Arm Breaker, the Sharpshooter, Matt Mako!
Matt Mako ushering a new era into Labor of Love, capturing that Citywide Championship and making good on a months-long promise. The last thing he can afford, Tondera, is for it all to come crashing down 2 months into that run.
Well, Jordan, it's always a pleasure to be sitting next to you. Labor of Love, Love, Hate, main event, triple threat attraction. Senior official Adam Gall is in there.
Hold on. Chance of ball for Mecca and Matt Mako. Is Callux going to reveal the same to the lovers? Take us a four-way with Wheeler Yuta, perhaps.
Oh, wait a second.
Oh, some luscious locks from Callux. Don't judge a book by its cover, Tondera.
got enough hair for all three of them.
The mind games in full swing here tonight, and Matt Mako seems, well, less than pleased. Same with the Mecca. Again, this was originally scheduled to be a singles matchup, a championship main event. And for Big Callux to be in this match at all, let alone his trademark shenanigans taking hold, you have to think that's the last thing the Mecca and Mako want.
The Mecca has a lot of animalistic tendencies, so whether it be one opponent, whether it be two opponents, whether it be, hell, 4 opponents, I think the Mecca, a 20-year pro, has something to prove to Philadelphia. Could tonight be his night?
Of course, Mecca defeating ECW legend Super Crazy at Once More with Feeling, the same event where Mako captured the gold to earn this opportunity. Likewise, Callux and McCall victorious over Harley Lopez and Isaiah Prince on that very same event. And a 3-way test of strength here. You gotta think this goes to the biggest man alive in Big Callux.
Well, let's go back a little bit to Once More with Feeling, the night that Matt Mako won the Citywide Championship. I'm sure the Mecca was peeking through the curtain to see Matt Mako's celebration, hoping one day soon that would be him. The next step in that was a one-on-one contest with Matt Mako that was turned into a triple threat attraction. So maybe some, dare I say, just a little bit of the anger of the Mecca is probably well-versed, but Big Callux, the biggest person in the universe, is here.
About to give Mecca something to be mad about. Mecca gets the boot up. And you're right, say what you will about Brian Johnson. Mecca caught in midair now, body slammed onto the champion, but he was contracted and guaranteed a one-on-one match for that Citywide Championship. With Big Callux insertion at the insistence of matchmaker Billy Avery, this now a triple threat. Not only is that more for Mecca to contend with, but Toddy, you know as well as I, he can lose the match without being involved in the decision. If Callux pins Mako, or vice versa, Mecca loses, plain and simple.
Frying pan chops offered by Big Callux.
Callux controlling the ring here, but Mecca gets out of dodge and an elbow strike to the neck.
I was going to say, Big Callux, I wasn't expecting him to come so hot out of the gate. Usually Matt Mako is the trendsetter for any matchup that he's into, the tempo setter, and it looks like Mako is finally gaining control of his own matchup here.
Well, you have to think Big Callux learning from that initial challenge back live at God's Auto Body 2. Knows what Matt Mako was made of, knows what type of strategies he loves to employ, and doesn't want to give him the opportunity lest he is defeated, like we saw at God's Auto Body. Back body drop, a little bit of a temporary, shall I say, unholy alliance given the venue of this show. What was it the Mecca said? That we moved this so God would have mercy on Matt Mako? That's why the show is here at the church?
Well, so that God could see the Mecca raise the Citywide Championship above his head. But we also got a time machine here, so... You know what they say, science, religion, I don't know. We're here just having a good time.
Big Callux sent to the outside, as the old adage goes, the bigger they are, the harder they fall, and now Mako with a tope suicida. Whoa! Yeah, that's not something you see out of the Mecca all that often, Toddy.
It's almost like he dove off like a panther, like a torpedo through the ropes there.
Mecca sends Callux face first into that corner post and going to do the same to the champion, but Matt Mako saw it coming. And that's the difficult thing about a triple threat match, a 3-way dance, call it what you will. You spend too much time focusing on one of your opponents, you give the other time to recuperate, time to re-strategize.
And Matt Mako isn't the type of individual that you want to even get a millisecond to recuperate.
Recuperate he has. Drilling those devastating knees into the limbs of Brian Johnson. Talk to us a little bit, Toddy, about what being Citywide Champion means to Matt Mako.
Now, Matt Mako considers the Citywide Championship his biggest singles championship accomplishment in professional wrestling. He takes that championship so serious. Despite the fun that we have at Labor of Love, Matt Mako always dreamt of representing his city. He feels like he's in the driver's seat to do that. And as he plants down the Mecca, he's fully in control right now.
Cover. Butterfly suplex and immediately transitioning into the cross-arm breaker. The Mecca, wisely, perhaps on instinct alone, interlacing those fingers, alleviating the pressure. But Mako going to do everything in his power to break that, Toddy. Transitions now into a crossface.
A little too close to the ropes.
Mako readjusting. That's what's always so impressive about Mako. Anytime he encounters an obstacle, seemingly immediately he has an answer. Another strike, another submission hold. But in comes Big Callux. We talked about it earlier, Toddy. The unpredictable, precarious nature.
He's not unclenching. He's not unclenching, Jordan.
He'll take these chops, blow after blow, if it means the Mecca taps in the meantime. Finally breaks the single leg Boston Crab, lands a spinning heel kick. And now, flurry of body strikes. And all it takes is one from Big Callux to stagger the champion here, Toddy.
Of course, Big Callux making his Pittsburgh debut at Enjoy Wrestling here in my city, March 14th. And wouldn't that be a surprise for me if he comes down here with the Citywide Championship?
Mako doing everything in his power to ensure Callux does not try to muscle the big man up. It's not advisable. You see Mako clutching at his lower back. It perhaps made a grave error there, Tommy. Big lariat from the Mecca.
Well, that left some room for Brian Johnson. There's some Mecca heads here.
Truly, Toddy Tondera, I feel like I'm in Bizarro world. First, the love for the Citywide Street Gang earlier on tonight, and now this, a flurry of lovers in support of Philly Boy, the Mecca. I mean, what am I hearing, Toddy?
Yeah, maybe you are in Bizarre World. We have the Death Riders walking around and Mr. Ooh La La, who is 40 years younger now.
Yeah, can we get confirmation? Is he still young? Is he change back?
He's forever young.
I want to be.
Touche.
Mecca doesn't realize it, but Callux is back in this thing.
Callux is still in there.
Big sidewalk slam to the Mecca. And now Callux feeling it once again, perhaps zeroing in on becoming the fourth ever Citywide Champion. He's got the Mecca in a fireman's carry, but Mako in the high rent district.
The margins are slim, Jordan. The margins are slim in this one.
And look at the power! Both challengers, Mako and Mecca on his shoulders.
Slipping off his Mako.
And Callux with a Death Valley driver.
But Mako's still up.
And drills Callux with a kick. If you're the challenger, got to have eyes in the back of your head in this kind of match, Toddy.
The eyes in the back of your head and the back of your mask. Oh.
Sits out with a huge power bomb, but it's not enough. Callux kicks out.
My goodness, I thought Callux's head was going to break off the power of the champ.
And Toddy, the power of the champion there cannot be overstated. They don't call him the biggest man in the world for no reason. Big Callux, well over 400 pounds.
It's more impressive than Yokozuna getting body slammed on a boat.
Well, I'm all in favor of giving the champion, Matt Mako, a tour bus. Right now, from where I sit, it is still truly anyone's game. Mecca, Mako, or Callux could walk away from this one Citywide Champion.
Well, Callux is out right now. It leaves the Mecca in there with Weapon X.
In comes Mako, out of nowhere with the cross arm breaker.
There's a Tommy.
No fingers interlaced now for the Mecca. He may have no choice but to tap out, but what the hell is this? Callux heading to the top?
Oh no! Oh goodness!
Swanton bomb from 400 plus pounds of Callux. You've gotta be kidding me!
This whole room shook, Jordan.
Putting the effective Dr. Ethan Wilde's time machine to shame here in our main event. And Callux crawling over to the champion.
Cover!
Milliseconds away from capturing championship gold. And I'm not sure who's more shocked, Callux or the lovers in attendance here tonight. My God.
Boy, oh boy, if Callux is able to get a win here, this place is going to become unglued.
And Callux really with the pick of the litter here, the only man on his feet. Who do you go after?
I guess the champion in this case. Odd choice.
Shoots him off the ropes for the black hole slam. But the Mecca grabbing the mask. Give me a break. The ultimate sign of disrespect.
Well, that's one way to do it. Callux had a win here, Jordan.
And Mecca may have just stolen it.
Oh, planted down.
Cover.
And no!
What?
Is that two?
Well, despite the temper tantrum of the Mecca, Mako gets the shoulder up at the last possible second, and I believe the Mecca's crying, Toddy.
A childhood dream almost actualized for the Mecca Brian Johnson in this main event.
Low blow, not enough to get the job done here for the Mecca. And as you can see in the bottom left corner of your screen, as we switch to another angle here, Callux still in this thing.
Maybe he's picking his time.
Yeah, you thought Mecca had a bad attitude before. You ain't seen nothing yet. He's beside himself here, but Callux, is he? Toddy, don't tell me Callux is heading to the top rope again.
It's looking that way.
Desperation move from Mako. Callux crotched on the top.
I think he took a little bit too much time. Oh, step up. Smash to the side of the head.
And Mako, this lunatic, our champion, meeting Callux up there.
Oh!
Cross arm breaker cinched in, and Callux got no choice.
Oh, that's it. Center the ring.
Mako once again besting Big Callux to retain the gold. Get used to that visual, folks. Something tells me it's not going anywhere anytime soon. Matt Mako still your citywide champion. Toddy Tondera, my name is Jordan Castle. This has been Labor of Love's Love Hate, streaming right here on Triller TV Plus. We thank you.
What? Wait, are these folks still here?
Fresh off their victory earlier tonight over the Outfielders, the Death Riders, making a beeline for the ring. And Toddy, something tells me Wheeler Yuta has some unfinished business with Mako.
Wheeler's on a beeline to the champ right now, Jordan.
These two locked horns in an instant classic at last year's Dean 3, and I think Yuta wants to run it back for gold. What?
Oh.
Well, a Death Rider wants Matt Mako after all, but it's not the one we thought. Okay.
I think Labor of Love has a problem, and it's the problem, Marina Shafir.
Tensions high between two combat sports killers. Could we be looking at Matt Mako's next challenger for the Labor of Love Citywide Championship?
I don't know, Jordan. More on that at 11.
Well, perhaps we'll get some of those answers March 27th when Labor of Love returns to the Thunderbird Hall right here in Philly for Trust the Process. Till then, let's try this one more time. For Toddy, Tondera, my name is Jordan Castle. This has been Labor of Love's Love Hate, streaming right here on Triller TV+. We thank you so much for joining us, and we'll see you next time.
Get roached.